Hey guys, and welcome back to Okami. As you can probably tell by the title, today we shall be tackling the final Demon Gate trial. Are you ready for some more tangents, Mr. X-Gamer Richard?
Of course I'm ready, and please don't call me Richard on the internet.
Oh, Richie Rich. So, where is the last Demon Gate trial? Like, where did we fight that particular bandit spider? Because I'd plumb forgotten, honestly.
Well, as you can probably tell by the map when we're warping to, it's in Kamui.
Ah, okay, so it's not just a layover then.
No, basically, when you... it's just outside of Webkir. You kind of jump off the ramp that leads up to that, and that's where the hole was. So we've got a little bit of running to do before we get there. And I might be going to go and purchase a few more moves before then, because I have built up a lot of yen at this point.
Oh, you know, can't let it burn a hole in your fur. That's dangerous.
Exactly. So, we're going to go get this all now, and I think, if I recall correctly, I might be slightly wrong, we shall see, but I think I'm going to purchase everything bar the final technique.
Well, that is a forbidden, dangerous technique, so we've got to work up to that one.
That will mostly just be because it's extraordinarily expensive.
Well, you know, gotta lock it behind something.
I mean, to be fair, we were never going to use it anyway, but who cares?
Alright, let's see how the 4 shears works.
Well, it is what you expect it to be. It's a 4-hit combo with the glaive. And I start off doing rather badly, but then you sort of settle into the rhythm. Because what it wants you to do is it wants you to do it one after the other, whereas what I was doing was holding between.
Ah, okay.
And if you wait too long, then it doesn't count, which is really annoying.
I gotta say, for the techniques where you're practicing and it has like a wide arc, you'd think they'd give you a bigger target, or at least, you know, a lock-on function, because sometimes it seems you just go wide, and that's not really any fault of your own, it's just how the game is programmed. Yeah,
but then, because the combat is as fluid as it is, it doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things, because you're not... Well, you are timed in the battles, but it's not a major issue. But then also, really, it's just not a problem in general, because you know if you're able to beat things up, and if you're not, so it's all good. I may have accidentally stumbled upon what the final weapon is for getting all the stray beads, because I was trying to prove Richie wrong. Because, you know, if you remember back to, I think it was either the first or second Demon Gate trial episodes, we were stumbling over, like, what my favourite rosary set was called. I think it's the Life Beads, if I'm remembering things correctly. The thing that looks like an orange sun, essentially. And, yeah, I stumbled on the final weapon, and it looks pretty cool. Well, Tom, let me just say it's not a weapon. It's a, I think it's a holy artifact.
Oh, okay.
And it's incredibly powerful, but it does one thing, well, basically it makes Okami incredibly piss easy.
Right.
So, it's just like, do I really want to use it? Probably not, to be fair, but we'll discuss that properly when we get to the extras.
I didn't stay long on the wiki page, which is why I have no idea what you're talking about right now, but it sounds like something that would be good for like New Game Plus or Hard Mode.
Well, there is only New Game Plus, there is no Hard Mode in Okami.
Ah, you could have called it God Mode or something.
You could have done, but they did not. Because, I mean, to be fair, really, one of the major things about Okami is its narrative.
Yeah.
The gameplay is sort of secondary to that.
It's a complement to the story and the world and such, yeah.
Yeah. So, at the end of the day, there's not really much need for a hard mode. But I suppose if they were going to go full Zelda references, then they could have added in like a hero mode or a god mode.
Have you tried Master Mode or whatever it's called in Breath of the Wild yet?
God, no. What do you take me for? A masochist?
The weak should fear the strong.
Pretty much with Breath of the Wild, love it to pieces, but I decided I'll get to 60 shrines of the 120, and then that'll be it. Then I'll go finish the game, because otherwise I'll be here for frickin' ever.
Yeah, it's that just one more side quest thing that I had going on at the time of recording the most recent sesh of Dragon Ball Fusion. Oh wait, no, that would have been the one before. I think it was the Cell Games arc, which had me going hither and thither to the city environment, all just finding new things in nooks and crannies. I don't know, when it's live, you know, I don't really have much time to plan these things. I can do it beforehand, I can do it after, but not during, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, totally get that. But I mean, you can also end up, when you're doing stuff that you're pre-recording, even then when you're in the middle of the process of recording, you can sometimes go, oh, just do a bit more, and then you're just like, oh, didn't plan this through very well, but thankfully, because it's pre-recorded, you can split it up reasonably well.
You'll be happy to know Flame and I took the most optimal route through Sonic and the Secret Rings, even if the guide we used skipped out on one particular mission here or there. Like, we used 2 guides, both of them were wrong towards the end. Like, I'm not blaming the FAQers, I think it's just a quirk of the game.
Well, that's because Sonic and the Secret Rings is constructed really weirdly and really annoyingly, and is a game that, come the final boss, can cause physical harm to the player. Yeah, you'll get to hear my dislike and disdain for Secret Rings when we get to that.
That's the playthrough coming up right after Okami finishes, I believe.
Ah, that's good. Gives me a nice run-in from, oh my god, I love this game, to, yeah, it's a piece of crap.
Yeah, we try to cover as many areas of gaming as possible in HellfireComms. Sometimes you'll have a really good game, like thus. Sometimes you'll have a really middling to bad game, like thus. What's the future tense of thus?
Well, you just say like that.
You say it in non-stupid speak, Tom. That's how you talk.
I mean, to be fair, you wouldn't say like this anyway, because it's not the right word.
Whatever. I'm not co-comming with Shakespeare, alright? Let's just get this final Demigate trial done. Oh my god, so fast!
Yes, I did tell you that there's a lot of fighting here. You're fighting the toughest enemies in the game, and it's a very long fight. This is really why you want to get the Tundra Beads, and why you want to use your final Gold Dust on them. You can get 2 more Gold Dusts to upgrade, so you have all your weapons upgraded, but you can't get those final 2 Gold Dusts until the final area.
Jeez.
So that's past the point of no return. So you have to make a choice of which of the 3 level 5 weapons you want to put that Gold Dust on, and obviously go with the Tundra Beads because they are the best weapon in the game.
I guess the only way to like fully upgrade all your weapons with Gold Dust is to New Game Plus it.
Basically, yes.
I mean, that's okay, gives you incentive to play again, and yeah, I guess it's time for tangents, so are you ready to discuss a very important upcoming HFC event, mate?
Oh, you're talking about the Sony-thon that's a thing that's occurring?
I am indeed talking about the HellfireComms Sony-thon. Since this is basically my baby, I will start off, and you can interject after I'm done talking, which may or may not be soon.
Totally fair.
So alright, here we go. The HellfireComms Sony-thon is essentially a charity fundraising event for the organisation known as Child's Play. They are a company, or a foundation, or an organisation, whatever you want to call it, that raises money to purchase toys and games for children stuck in hospital, so their stay is a little bit more enjoyable, you know, because nobody really likes staying in hospital. Sure, you may have a fetish for the food or the aesthetics and whatnot, but really it's a dull environment, and God bless all the nurses and doctors and whatever other staff works in there for being in there as long as they are. So, from August 18th to August 31st, with a I would say a 3-day block for the incentive games after that, September 1st to 3rd, we are going to be playing a bunch of Sony-themed games on the HellfireComms live stream. That is www.twitch.tv/HellfireComms. We've got stuff like Gran Turismo, Zone of the Enders 2, Ape Escape 3, Spyro 2. We've got the full schedule all ready and waiting. In fact, if you go onto the HellfireComms page right now, you'll see the final trailer just basically pinned to the page, so you can click on that. Trailer was done by Digital Alchemist, one of our friends from the ether, the internet if you will, and yeah, you can see that, you can see the full schedule. It's going to be a strictly HFC affair this year. FTA, Johnny, they're busy working on their own charity marathon called Platformania. That's coming before the Sony-thon. I believe that starts on August 5th? Question mark. It ends before ours starts, at any rate. Both great charity events, both for great causes. If you can, I would like you to support Platformania as well as the Sony-thon. But you know, the State competition, they're an ally in the fundraising game, and I hope both of them do equally as well. But I'm just really excited. It's going to be great.
It will indeed, and I'm quite happy because it's actually going to be the first time, hopefully, fingers crossed, everything goes well, that I will be co-comming during a live commentary. So, and like being live on the internet, speaking to you all in real time, which has never happened for me before, so we shall see how that goes.
X-Gamer Live, it's gonna be lit.
It is indeed, and also I'm just quite excited because I get to talk over Klonoa again, so totally fine with that.
I'm basically out of stuff to say now, so you got anything to bring up, mate? It can be literally anything. We've got a lot of ground to cover here.
Well, what I was just trying to do there was I was trying to pull off the secret technique that you can use with the with Blizzard. So it's you draw the icicle, so you draw like a snowflake, basically, and it causes like a super ice storm type dealio to occur. But as I said, it's really bloody difficult to draw. So and it's really not ink pot efficient. So tend to just ignore it. But as you can see, there's a ridiculous amount of enemies, and you end up using up so much ink pot, well, so many ink pots, and also you are gonna lose a lot of life during this. Both your physical life force of, oh my god, I'm still fighting and I'm about an hour in, but also actual in-game life. So I would totally recommend having the wooden mat equipped, because that way, once you're done with the battle, you can just sit down, let it restore your health. You'll have to wait a while if you've lost quite a lot of health, but you're going to want to try and save your holy bones and stuff for the last few fights.
Yeah.
Because they are extraordinarily difficult, and like ridiculously so, because you're going to be facing down what are the most challenging enemies in the game, and you're going to be facing down multiple of them at the same time.
Oh.
So it is a real challenge, and hats off to anyone who can do this Final Demon Gate trial well, because it is ridiculously difficult.
Right, I've got a subject we could discuss. Mr. X-Gamer Richie over there recently celebrated his 8-year YouTube anniversary. So congratulations to you, mate.
Thank you very much. It's been a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful 8 years. I can't believe it's also been... Has it been 3 years now since I've officially joined HellfireComms and doing commentary as well?
You've been on here for a while, since Luigi's Mansion 2 Dark Moon, for sure. And as I said on Twitter, I'll repeat it here, HFC would not be the same without you. You are a constant inspiration. Literally, like, this playthrough would not be possible without you doing the majority of the talking and the recording. But you're always fun to talk to, you help me learn, you help me grow, You're a great friend, and I'm getting a bit sappy now, so I'm going to hand over to you. Why don't you tell me how you got into the commentary business to begin with? Who were your inspirations? What's been some of your favourite playthroughs, some of your least favourite playthroughs from both your own channel and HFC that you've been involved with? Shoot.
Well, first off, just thank you very much for that. That's really lovely, and it's making me feel all warm and fuzzy inside. And now, the really super awkward thing is that actually HellfireComms was my inspiration for wanting to get into doing commentaries.
I'm sorry.
Like, I watched it all the way back when you had your MTom64 channel. I can't remember quite what was the first one that I watched. It was either Kingdom Hearts or whichever was the Sonic one that you started off with. But basically, from that point on, I have been here, and really that was always sort of the drive. But obviously I was very young when I started. I was 14, and I had a much higher voice than I have now, and really had no idea what I was doing. But then again, none of us did back in those days.
Oh, you know, you grow, you learn. I've already talked about this.
Exactly. Took a kind of a while for me to settle into doing everything, and then I asked, because you did a thing on when you started up Hellfire playthroughs, and I applied to join that, and so my first Knight's Journey of Dreams playthrough ended up on HellfireComms, but then we had a bit of a tiff because the footage I was pumping out wasn't up to the quality standards that you wanted. And I was just like, but I can't do anymore. I don't know what's wrong. I'm using a freaking Dazzle. It won't do any better.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, so we fell out.
Yes, we did.
And then I just sort of continued on for a while. And just plugging away, having fun. And then you did the whole thing where you auditioned people to join HellfireComms. And obviously I threw my ring into that hat. Or hat into that ring.
Yeah, whichever. Doesn't matter.
Oh dear. And that was with Klonoa, That was the first time I covered that game. And admittedly, it was not the best commentary I'd ever done in the world, but it wasn't until like 2012 that I really sort of began to hit my stride with all that.
Oh my god, I just need to interrupt you for a second because I've got like 2 anecdotes regarding the audition process that just make me laugh. The first one is like stuff I was involved with personally, or at least I can remember, you know, before being prompt. There was this one dude, I forget his name, so don't worry, you won't be doxxed, safe from repercussions, I guess. Where he was playing Banjo-Tooie, I think?
Yes.
And it was like someone filming a YouTube video, or like screen recording. You couldn't see the username, so it may not have even been their video. I just remember sitting there with Gareth from FDA, because he was screening them with me at the time, and I was like, why? Why would you submit this? Like, I wasn't even angry, I was just confused more than anything. And the second one was, did you hear about the, what game is it? It's not fucking Rocket League, it's that one Sonic game, that 2D-like Sonic game that isn't actually a Sonic game. The name has just completely left my mind.
Honestly, I have no idea what the hell you're talking about. Freedom Planet?
Yes! Oh my god, Rocket League. What the fuck is wrong with you, Tom? Jesus. Anyway, there was a dude co-commentating on that, and, you know, I'll admit, he was very charismatic. He was firing off, like, he was doing blow-by-blow, in-depth commentary, similar to how you do, but at a much faster pace. And it was a tad overwhelming, and I'll be honest, I did find him a bit grating. I think I wrote, this man is simultaneously the most charismatic commentator alive, and also the most annoying person I've ever met. He is a paradox. And he actually replied to me after the thing, saying, oh, this is like the second favourite comment I've got today. But that's not where the funny part comes in. The funny part is, he actually auditioned for HellfireComms back in the day.
Oh, wow.
I know. So I just said to him, you know, I swore in my pride, I said, I think you've done better for yourself than HFC ever will. You know, that's not me sucking up, that's just me saying, oh shit, time to, you know, be real for a second. Are we actually fighting Whacker right now?
Yes, we're fighting 2 Whackers right now.
Oh my god, double Whacker. But yeah, that whole chain of events just makes me laugh. So yeah, your favourite playthrough that you've done, and then your favourite HFC playthrough that you've done.
So I mean, there's a few favourite playthroughs of mine that I've done, because I mean, there's some that have just got a really special place in my heart.
Yeah.
Like my second Night's Journey of Dreams walkthrough will always be incredibly special to me, because, well, obviously the first one was special because that was the first one I ever did, and then when I returned to it many years later, I got A ranks on everything, and that was just a really powerful thing for me because I'd never done it before, and it was just beautiful.
Yeah.
I'd say the other one after that is my second run of Bayonetta, because I aced that game. Like, I got a straight platinum rank all throughout that run, covered every single verse, which was just amazing. I didn't manage to sort out finishing the Lost chapter because that was just ridiculously difficult, but I feel I was really on top of my game commentary-wise during that one, and so those two are probably my major favourites. But then I've also loved my Journey playthrough. I've loved pretty much everything that I've done since that night. Well, actually no, since my second Child of Eden run.
Okay.
Because that was when I first got my hoppage and everything kind of boomed up in quality, and it was amazing.
Oh yeah. I've been there, my friend, I've been there.
Yeah, and I've loved it ever since then. In terms of HellfireComms commentaries that I have been part of, I mean, this is quite high on the list, I feel, largely because I never thought I would get the chance to cover this game on HellfireComms. I mean, why the hell would I think that was going to happen, because it's a freaking long game, but it's just been an absolute joy from start to finish.
I agree.
And then I suppose the other one's probably the Professor Layton games that we've covered so far, just because obviously they're just really fun, and we're just so British that it's just perfect.
And then you got Hell Dragon giving it all that over in the corner and whatnot.
Exactly, it's just amazing. I mean, I have just loved all of it. It's just been a blast. I'm so glad that I am now part of the thing that inspired me to do commentary in the first place. Because
oh, now you're going to give me the warm fuzzies. Stop now, stop.
It's because it's kind of then pushed me to work harder, and it's also just been a lot more fun working with other people. Because, like, for years I was just like, nope, I'm not going to commentate with other people because that's too much faff and I can't organise it, and oh my god, I'm terrified of doing this. But then actually once you get into it, it's just having a natter with someone on the internet for a bit, and that's just a delight.
Not to toot my own horn, but I think it's made easy by the fact that I handled the organisation side of things and you just come on and talk for the most part.
Oh god, yeah.
And a lot of the footage you use, not to put you down, is reused footage. You know, you do things your way,
well, yes.
I do things my way, but in terms of us recording, that makes things a lot easier, I think.
Oh god, yeah. I mean, the thing is the reason that I repurpose my content is because I've done it solo on my channel, and then oftentimes, I mean, like Okami, there was no way I was recording that again.
It's too long.
For HellfireComms. It's too long. And even with shorter games, sometimes it's just like, that content is still perfectly decent, and because my channel is notably smaller than HellfireComms, most of you will not have seen it anyway. So it's just giving that content to a new audience, and that's just also quite fun.
Let's see, what were the 3 playthroughs I enjoyed the most recording with you? I don't really have the full list handy, but just off the top of my head, I'm going to say Rodeo. I thought it was pretty fun.
Rodeo was indeed pretty damn fun.
Journey, I like that a lot.
Oh, that was a delight.
And even though it's not finished yet, this.
Of course! I mean, how could you not say this? I've actually thought, well, I might as well quickly get up the TV tropes page, which obviously hasn't been updated in a little while. But obviously the first time anybody heard my voice on HellfireComms was Prince of Persia 2008, which was my solo commentary, which I still find hilarious that that's on there.
Yeah.
First co-com was Luigi Mansion Dark Moon. Then there was my solo Bayonetta 2 run. Then there was Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone.
Oh, I love that.
That was so fun.
By the way, when I was picking, I was like going exclusively for you and me, not like group commentaries.
You and me, there's a lot less, because, I mean, basically you got Lost Winds, that was one of them. Then Rodea. I can't really remember what else that has just been us. Which is
Child
of Eden, of course, yes. I'm just seeing if I've got anything else. I suppose there's also been some of the Disney-con commentaries that we did.
Yeah, but we're talking about playthroughs here, so...
Playthroughs, yeah. Well, I can't get up any more of the list of things, but it's just been an absolute blast. And I can't wait to keep going for the next couple of years.
Nice.
And we are so close to finishing this off now.
Oh, die, whatever your name was.
Nagi.
More like, no. Sorry, it's been half an hour, my brain is mush.
It's fine, but right there, that is the final stray bead in Okami.
Oh, it's beautiful.
I know. Like, actually, I have pretty much 100%ed Okami at this point, which is just like, it's a beautiful moment.
So, when do we get our reward?
End of the game.
Oh.
Like, you need to actually beat the game before you get the final reward.
I feel like you've told me this before and I've probably just forgotten, so I'm just going to sit here in a huff for the last few minutes.
Well, you see, that's just what happens, but also you may have noticed that we have a wonderfully large amount of money right now. Obviously, the first thing that I'm going to do before I do anything else is go and save, because, my god, I've just beaten the hardest challenge in Okami. I am frickin' saving.
Of course.
I mean, this is very much like after I beat Sephiroth in Kingdom Hearts, when I recorded that walkthrough. That was just like a... oh my god! Like, I actually let out a squeal, and my parents were just like, what's wrong? And I was just like, I beat Sephiroth!
Who the fuck is Sephiroth, son?
Yeah, they thought I was absolutely crazy, but that was a particularly proud moment in my life.
Alright, so we heading back to Onigiri Sensei?
Yes, that is pretty much the last thing on our list of things to do, is visit Onigiri Sensei, and we will get that final mystical move in all its hilarity.
Oh, jeez.
And then, basically what I believe I did is I'm probably going to go save, but between saving and fully finishing off the game, I went to every fishing spot and fished the hell out of those lakes to 100% my fish tome. So...
Thank you for skimming through that, I appreciate it.
Yeah, you were not saying that because I was there for... probably at least an hour going through all of that, probably more.
Oh, seeing this one last time, beautiful.
I know. Henshin a go-go, baby!
We're getting Beautiful Joe on HellfireComms, I don't even fucking care.
I have to figure out how we're doing that, because neither you nor I own it, but I'm sure we will figure it out.
Yeah, indeed. Alright, let's see. Let's see Brown Rage.
So, yeah, so you press for Golden Fury, you hold for Brown Rage. Can you tell what it is yet?
Yes. Hopefully you've been eating bran in order to pull this off efficiently.
Yep, Army does a little doo-doo. It explodes, and you get, I believe it's 2 Demon Fangs out of this, maybe 3, if you hit an enemy. So it's pretty much the joke move of the game.
Come here, come here, come here. Jesus.
I know. I mean, if you were having problems with getting demon fangs, I mean, really, you really should not be. They're pretty damn easy. But you've managed to accumulate a ludicrous amount of yen, then I suppose it is a nice way of getting really quick demon fangs, but...
I suppose so.
Really? Do you want to spend the time doing that? But, whatever. We have covered everything that we can possibly do in Kamui and the world of Nippon. So, just gonna save up. The end of the game is nigh.
I'm just coming down now. Just coming down. Okay, guys, we shall see you next time for the penultimate part of Okami's story. See you then.